Welcome to Life Action Results. In today's video, we're going to be exploring getting enough sleep, but most importantly, how you getting enough sleep is going to help you on your weight loss journey. So maybe you're on a weight loss journey, maybe you're trying to be healthier in general, and you want to know how getting enough sleep is going to help you get to your goals. Well, then stay tuned, because then this video is for you. Throughout the video, if I talk about any tools that I use to help me when it comes to getting more sleep, I'll make sure to link those in the description below so that you can check them out at any time. Because if they help me, maybe they'll help you too. So let's get started. So why is getting enough sleep so critical for weight loss? Well, it's because it impacts appetite regulating hormones. It's that support a healthy metabolism and influence food choices, ultimately making it easier for us to manage our weight. I know, for me, if I don't get enough sleep, it throws off my entire next day, and it'll lead me to make poor choices that aren't great for my goals. I know for me in the past, if I didn't get enough sleep one night, the next day, I might not decide to go to the gym because instead, I'm tired and I want to relax, or I want to go to bed early because I didn't get enough sleep the night before. Or for food, I might, instead of going home and cooking and making a meal for myself, I might decide to go through a drive-thru and get fast food because I'm so tired, I don't want to go home and cook after work, instead going and getting a quick fix. Again, not really making the healthiest choices when it came to food because I was tired. And I would make these choices, and it wouldn't just be one day, it would end up being multiple days in a row, and then essentially throwing off the healthy habits I was trying to build, and I would need to then shake that off and get back on track. But I noticed that being a pattern, where if I wasn't getting enough sleep, it not only impacted me losing sleep for that night, but it impacted my choices throughout the day. And so sleep is crucial because it impacts all of the events you're going to have the next day. You have to think of your day. If you don't get enough sleep, what are you going to do? Maybe you're going to hit snooze on your alarm clock one more time because you want extra sleep before you have to go to school, before you have to go to work. And that creates a trickle effect of the choices you're going to make in that day. So thinking about your sleep schedule, thinking about the choices you make in connection with your sleep schedule is a good place to start when you're thinking of sleep, when you're thinking of weight loss, and how that connects. So let's explore some of the areas where not getting enough sleep can indirectly hinder your weight loss. So first, let's talk about hormones. So having a hormonal imbalance. So sleep deprivation can disrupt the balance of your hormones that control hunger. So namely leptin, which signals fullness in your body, and ghrelin, which stimulates hunger. So when you're sleep deprived, ghrelin levels rise and leptin levels drop, leading to increased hunger and more cravings. And particularly, it ends up being higher calorie foods. Normally when we have increased leptin levels, we're not reaching for bananas, we're not reaching for oranges, we're reaching for sugary snacks, sweet snacks, hyper-processed foods. So it's really good to make sure you're getting enough sleep so that your hormones and the signals that your body is giving are well balanced, because the more that they're balanced, the more that your body is able to recognize the different signals for when you're full, when you're hungry, to stop eating. And this is going to help you with your weight loss by making sure that that balance is present and your body isn't sending you signals of that you're not full yet, even though your body is full. And so your hormone imbalance definitely plays a part in your weight loss. And so making sure you're getting enough sleep can help improve that. Another area where sleep impacts is on decision making. When we lack sleep, it can impair our cognitive function and decision making, making it harder to make healthy food choices and follow a weight loss plan. When you're tired, you're more likely to also reach for quick, easy, convenient options when it comes to food that are often the unhealthy options, the ultra-processed foods, the foods that are higher in calories, sugar, fat, because those are the fast food options we normally have available to us. And so making decisions is super important when it comes to weight loss because it's our decisions, it's our choices that we make day in and day out that's going to get us to the weight loss goals. And so if we're not getting enough sleep, this can impair that decision-making process and make it harder for us to stick to a weight loss plan or to reach our healthier habits long term. So when it comes to sleep, it's really important that we get enough sleep so that decision-making is not impacted. Sleep is also important for metabolic changes. Poor sleep can negatively affect our metabolism, and this could potentially lead to us having a lower resting metabolic rate, or also called RMR. And RMR, resting metabolic rate, is important because it could make it harder to burn calories when it's lower. Sleep deprivation can also contribute to us having insulin resistance, which can further complicate our weight loss efforts. Getting enough sleep is also important because if we don't, it could reduce our physical activity for the day. When we're fatigued, when we lack energy due to sleep deprivation, it can make it harder to engage in physical activity, which is essential to help us burn calories throughout the day to maintain a healthy weight. So when we're tired, we're less likely to have the motivation or the energy to want to go to exercise or stay active throughout the day. So maybe it makes you not go to the gym, or maybe it makes you not want to go outside for a walk or work out at home, or do extra tasks throughout the day, like vacuuming or cleaning something that helps you burn calories throughout the day by keeping you active and keeping you moving. So physical activity is also something that could result in a negative decline if we're not getting enough sleep. Sleep can also impact our calorie intake and potentially lead us to increase our calorie intake for the day. Because when we're sleep deprived, it can lead us to overconsume food and eat more than we normally would. And it also can impact the type of food we choose. Again, maybe reaching for more unhealthy options because we're so tired and we're just trying to eat something for the day. And we're also, when it comes to sleep deprived, we're also more likely to snack, eat larger portions, and again, choose less healthy food options. So it's important to get enough sleep so again, that decision making that we have is optimized so that we're making better decisions throughout the day, and that trickles down to all the choices that we have to make in the day. And finally, let's talk about how being sleep deprived can also impact our late night snacking. So not getting enough sleep could cause our whole sleep schedule to be thrown off, leading us to stay up late and pushing off our bedtime, leading us to eat more, leading to late night snacking, which is often associated with weight gain and having a higher BMI. So when you're hungry late at night, you're more likely to reach for high calorie, high fat foods. Pizza, fast food options that are open late at night, Chinese restaurants, Indian restaurants, foods that are higher in sodium and higher in calories. Also things like ice cream and different sugary and sweet snacks that might be your favorite that you go to at night. Now, I am a big believer that you can have everything in moderation, but making better choice options is always good when it comes to a weight loss journey. So I would never tell you quit late night snacking. If that's something you enjoy every now and then, of course you should late night snack. But be mindful of the amount you're eating and the types of food you're eating, and potentially thinking about the types of things that you have in your house so that when it comes to late night snacking, you only have better choice options to pick from. I love the meme where it's like the healthier me went to grocery shopping and now I'm so upset about it. And that could be you if when it comes to late night snacking, only having the healthiest options when you do have a messed up sleep schedule, but you want a late night snack that's still going to get you to your weight loss goals. And those are some of the reasons of why getting better sleep is important when it comes to weight loss and your weight loss journey. And I hope this video gave you new points to think about and look a little deeper when it comes to sleep and its important link to weight loss. We're all different, and what quality sleep looks like for one of us is different than somebody else. For me, I try to sleep 8 to 10 hours a night, depending on my schedule. Now, there's always crazy things that happen, but I know if I sleep between 8 to 10 hours a night, I'm going to be in amazing shape and clear headed to accomplish my goals for the next day. But remember, you have to listen to your body and what you think is quality sleep for you and your lifestyle and the actions and the priorities you have in your life. But ultimately, remember, it's your life, your actions, and your results. You have the opportunity to make healthier habits a daily type of thing so that you can take your lifestyle to the next level day by day. And if you want tools for making healthier habits, I'll link some of the tools that I use when it comes to increasing sleep quality down below so that you can check it out later in the description. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, how many hours a night do you try to sleep? Well, I've got life to live. I'll see you next time.